Welcome to this video introducing the results of the Japanese-German expert group on standardization in the Industry 4.0, where we will discuss the results regarding business opportunities in edge management. The definition that is going to be presented in this video has been performed by the Labs Network Industry 4.0, which is part of the overall Industry 4.0 efforts inside the German and international industry communities. The first topic we have to have a look at is what edge management actually is. As we see on this slide, field devices are all different data sources that we find in typical industrial plants. These edge devices are valuable sources of information for any industrial IoT application. But the information that they provide has to be somehow connected to overarching functionalities that are typically run in cloud systems. So in order to bring the information that these field devices hold to the cloud, edge devices have become a typical installation in the industry in recent years that gaps the bridge between operational technology and standard IT. However, the edge devices, in order to perform their function properly, have to be supplied with different software application depending on the use case that they are meant to address. These software applications can, of course, be installed manually on edge devices, but this is a process that is very time-consuming and does not provide for efficient engineering workflows. Therefore, edge management services are being defined from the activities in the Labs Network Industry 4.0. And these edge management services are the concern of the activities that have been defined in the joint collaboration of the German and Japanese experts that we are presenting here. Why is edge management so important? The industrial IoT market has grown significantly in recent years. Many pilot projects have been run successfully. However, it has become a problem to scale these successful pilots to a company-wide adoption of the solutions that have been developed. So overall, this is a matter of scale where the activities in edge management have to be performed in a manner that allows to run them efficiently and on a grand scale. So the efforts that have gone in here help improve the adoption of industrial IoT, while at the same time they provide business opportunities for actors that are present in this market in order to provide the services that allow edge management. When we want to define the activities that happen in edge management, we first have to have a look at the actors and the entities in edge management. The main topic, of course, in edge management is to have a look at the edge device and what surrounds it. So we have here an example of 3 actors, that is idealized roles, that typically interact with edge devices. The edge device provider, when putting these interactions into activities, provides the edge device, and a device configuration tool is used by the system integrator in order to deal with the runtime services that are to be run on the edge device. So the device configuration tool has configuring activities towards the edge device, and it also configures and installs the edge runtime services. The device configuration tool is important for the edge device provider in order to guide the development process of the device, because compatibility between these is a key to achieving customer value. The software application developer has to go a more complicated route regarding the tools that have to be used, because typically software is not just put on the device on an instance by instance basis, but the software application development tool is used to develop a software application in the first place. However, then the software application has first to be published into an application store where potential users, system integrators, and plant owners can pick this application for providing their use case in their plants. And then a software application deployment tool comes into play, which is used by the system integrator to define the software applications that are provided by the application store and that go into the configuration that is provided by the device configuration tool to be deployed at the edge runtime services that are run on the edge device in the end. And this all is then getting even more challenging by having a look at the edge runtime services, which of course have to be developed with a proper development kit, because the compliance to this edge runtime software development kit allows interface descriptions to be used in the software application development tool, which in turn ensures that the software application developed is compatible with the overall workflow. Next, the colleagues from Japan will provide you with an overlook of the business opportunities that arise from this map of activities.
Thank you, Mr. Gatterberg, for your explanation of defining activities in edge management. From here, I would like to talk about defining business approaches for edge management. Specifically, I would like to explain from a standardization perspective to which extent edge management services provider may be able to offer business platforms. First, I would like to discuss some assumptions. Considering the development of this business domain and user benefit, it would be desirable to have multiple edge management services providers, while each providing services in their area of expertise. However, for applications developers, there will be a problem if they have to develop an application for each edge management services provider. The development cost will increase. Then, I would like to discuss areas of standardization. The edge device, which is at the bottom of the figure, is provided as hardware by multiple vendors. Since the device configuration tool is usually specific to each device, it would not be part of the edge management services provider's platform. The interface between the platform and the configuration tool would be defined as standards. The software application development tool at the top of the figure is also not a differentiating factor for the edge management services provider. So, it is expected that generic software, including some open source software, will be available. Again, the interface between the platform and the application development tool would be defined as standards. One option would be that the edge management services provider would provide this range of services, which is the area in gray in this figure. This would have the advantage that the individual applications and the services they use would be provided as a single unit, making it easier to integrate the system as a whole. It also allows edge management services providers to differentiate their services by offering a fine-tuned edge runtime service. However, this may lock users into a specific service provider, and from the software developer's point of view, the development cost will increase because products must be developed for each service provider. This could lead to huge development costs for the software developer. As another option, the edge runtime service itself could be standardized, and the edge management services provider could focus on deploying individual applications to the edge device. In this way, users will not be locked into a specific service provider, and from the software developer's point of view, the same software can be provided to different services platforms. This allows software developers to provide the same software to different services providers, thereby increasing the development efficiency. However, for the edge management services providers, they will have difficulty differentiating themselves and may lose interest to invest to this service. And for users, they may not be able to take advantage of the fine-tuned services they want to use. Of course, we can think of other options, and we believe that this is an area that must continue to be examined for future business development. Let us move on to the conclusion. It is expected that there will be different services providers in the field of edge management. The defined areas for offerings to help to define areas of interest for such business ventures. Interfaces between the defined entities in the architecture of edge management ensure an opportunity for interoperability. In the end, the whole market benefits from this improvement in edge management offerings. We would like to jointly discuss this content in the Japan-Germany joint study. Thank you very much for your kind attention.